Okay.
Mm.
Do you have any background of finance?
Sorry?
Do you have any experience in finance?
No, I haven't done any work in finance. At the moment, I'm working full time in food stores in a catering company. So it's just a little bit like
Okay, okay.
delivery check and stuff.
So yeah, so I got it. And hello, Smile. Hi, Smile. How are you?
Yeah, I am good.
Smile is there.
Yeah, I am here.
So, okay. Sorry. I think Hana, Mr. Hana. Hello.
Anna, are you able to hear us?
I think he's getting some problem.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
an issue with his go-to-meeting
But
because
yeah,
either he's not able to hear
to
us or
offline. Yeah.
is
So I think we have to wait for him.
yes,
Okay.
yes, no
So
problem.
he will make something. Let me check offline.
Okay.
Prasanna,
Yes.
will you please check out to with HANA means how it will be available? Is there any way that I can share the thing?
Uh, what is the issue with Hannah? Is Hannah not able to log in?
HANA is not able to log in properly yet because he's not able to hear.
Okay, because I
Then
think
maybe
maybe it is an issue with mic or something in at Hannah's end because Ismail is able to hear and speak properly.
yeah, Smile is here properly. So only the link which you have given that will be sufficient, right?
No, what you do is they just ask Hannah to just double click on instead of link, you double click on the GoToMeeting Quick Connect. When you download GoToMeeting, there are two icons that will appear on the desktop. One is GoToMeeting and
Okay.
one GoToMeeting Quick Connect. So if you double click on that double quick connect, it will ask for meeting ID. So just copy the meeting ID and put it there. That's it.
Okay, okay. I'm just chatting from here.
Okay.
Let me check.
Yes. Yes, that is the issue, Hannah. That we are not able to hear you.
So please. There may be a mute. Okay, I think the sound will be mute from me.
So you have to unmute it. See, if you are mute, you will see three icons on top of mic, screen, and camera. So click on the mic button.
Click on audio button, right?
Audio button, yes.
So,
And then you have to check your use computer audio if you are using computer, and select internal mic. If there is a drop down, and if you are using microphone or internal mic, select. If you are using your computer, select internal mic. If you are using headphone, select microphone.
that's the problem.
Just have to unmute it.
Abu Hana, are you able to connect?
Okay. So uh, so there's an issue with the mic at Hannah's end.
Hmm.
So let's check. Zahir,
Yes.
can you ask Hannah to log in through Google, and from Google share your screen and see what is the issue in Google? From Google also we can share screen.
I think we have to connect to him directly.
Okay.
Whether he is able to share the screen, so that will be easy.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you share screen also, you cannot see GoToMeeting, because GoToMeeting will be invisible.
Okay. No, if he is able to share his screen, so I can able to do something for him, right?
Okay. Yeah. Correct. Let me make Hannah as presenter then. Yeah. I'm making Hannah as presenter.
Okay.
So Hannah, you just need to accept the request that I've sent you.
Krishna,
Yeah, tell
I
me.
think that he will split check with Abu Hana. What's exactly? Just type. Okay, so that will be he will understand.
Okay.
I think
So Hannah, you can you
Abu
chat?
Hana.
Can you chat and tell me if you see any presenter request? Did you receive any presenter request? Can you just acknowledge that?
The mic is not working from here, so he's not able to speak.
Or through Skype, if you can ask Skype, and through Skype, can you just check?
Yes, that will be.
Yes, tell me. What is it? Are you able to hear us? And no, no, Hannah, we cannot hear you.
I'm typing.
Okay, good. So we have two options. Either you can respond to me while the session is going on by chat, or I can ask Zahir to log in through Skype and see whether if Zahir can fix that issue.
Let him. Hello. I think Prasanna, that first we have to solve this issue.
Okay, okay.
Otherwise, if we have any issue, any questions,
Yes.
okay, in with Abu Hana mind, so that will be remain incomplete, right?
Correct. I agree.
Hence,
I agree.
yeah. So I think that you have to check whether he have a Skype ID something else.
Yeah. Hannah, can you, if Zahir, do you have Hannah as contact?
No, only email ID.
Can you just email and ask for the Skype so that you can both coordinate through Skype and fix the issue?
Okay.
Hannah, can you just email your Skype ID to Zahir so that he can look into your issue? Because this is a one-time issue. Once we fix this issue, then you won't face this issue next time because you will know what the issue is. Okay, no issues.
Uh, Prasanna,
Yeah, tell me.
let me ask him whether he is comfortable in this way or.
Okay, okay. But hopefully before the next class, we should have that fixed.
Yeah.
Hannah, can you just acknowledge if this way is fine, wherein I will do the talking, and if you want to ask question, you can type and ask question for today's session only, because we should fix that by the next session. Is that fine with you? All right. Okay. Zahir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hannah
Fine.
responded by saying that it is fine with Hannah that every time I ask a question, if Hannah has a question, Hannah can respond by writing, typing.
Okay, no problem. Okay, okay, yeah. So, Prasanna, you can proceed.
All
Okay,
right.
no problem.
So,
You can introduce yourself.
we can have Hannah's introduction in probably in the next session.
Okay.
And just to introduce myself, I am an MBA. Oh, can you make me the presenter? Okay. So, Zair, you want to be the presenter?
No, no, you will be presenter, right?
Yeah, I
I
am.
will be just the attendee.
Yeah, I am the presenter, but I am getting a request of somebody is typing that want to be the presenter.
I think that Abu Hana is asking.
Okay, Hannah, you want to be the presenter so that you want us to share your screen?
No, no,
No.
no, no.
All right. So
But
that's fine. Let's start with the session. So just to introduce myself, Zair, I'm starting with the session.
yeah, yeah. Please
All
start.
right. So just to introduce myself, I have my name is Prasanna, and I am an MBA in finance, and my graduation is in commerce and in accounts, and I have total 13 years of working experience, including 5 years in FICO. And I have been taking online trainings, and I have taken classroom trainings also, but currently I'm only taking online training because of scarcity of time, because it is convenient way of teaching through online. So this is about my introduction, and I'm going to start with today's demo, which is we just want to know what is SAP, what is ERP, why we are here, and why do we want to do this training, and what are your expectations from this training. So, Ismail, can you tell me what is I mean, what are your expectations out of this training, and what is SAP, ERP? You have any idea about what is SAP or ERP?
Yeah, I just learned from Google here about SAP.
Okay.
You want me to explain the definition or?
No, that's fine. See, definition is systems, application, and products in data processing, but nobody uses that definition. So it is good to know. If you know the
Yeah.
form of SAP, it is just a good to know thing. But you need
Okay.
not. It is just a ERP package. That is sufficient, and it is a German company.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what is ERP?
Yes.
Can you please tell me what is ERP?
Int Enterprise Resource Planning.
Yes. So what happens in the company is SAP is one of the biggest ERP software in the market, and it is one of the market leaders, having 80% of 80 more than 80% market share in ERP. The closest competitor
Okay.
being Oracle Financial, Oracle.
Okay.
And the biggest advantage which SAP has is of its integration with different modules. So SAP is well integrated with different modules. So let us say, and it is mostly used in manufacturing companies.
Yes.
SAP is not used in is so for specialized sectors they have different industry specific solutions. Say for oil and gas they have specific solution. For retail we have specific solution. But for general manufacturing company, SAP has the standard package which is SAP ECC, what we call SAP ECC or R3 we call it. Okay, SAP
Okay.
ECC, Enterprise Central Component, and we will be using version 6. And on top of version 6, we will have enhancement pack. The software that I will use will be enhancement pack 6. So this is the enhancement version. This is the version of the software that I will be training you on.
Okay.
ECC, before that it was ECC enhancement pack 3, and then version 6, 5. We started with ECC 3, 3.x, then 4, like that. So SAP started in 1972. From then onwards, they had come up with various versions and revisions, and currently this is the package that we will be using. All right. So even
Yes.
if you do not have enhancement for our training, even if you have version 6, that is sufficient for the training. Even if you have version 6, if you do not have enhancement pack 6, that is fine. So at least you should have version 6 for the training purpose.
Okay.
All right. So let us see what are the what happens real time in companies, and why, what is integration and why it is important. Say for example, let us say, can you just give me a manufacturing company that you know, any big manufacturing company?
Is a department you're talking about or?
Any manufacturing company like car manufacturing or any cement manufacturing, any manufacturing company.
Yeah, Honda.
Yes, tell me, Ismail.
Honda cars.
Yeah, manufacturing, any manufacturing company.
Yeah, Honda cars.
Okay, Honda. All right. Okay, sorry, Honda. So you're talking about Honda. All right, Honda cars. So Honda is a Japanese company. All right. So let us assume that Honda is having an ERP system, and this is Honda's company, and this is like we have different departments in company, like sales department. So Honda will have a sales department, and then
HR department.
yes, yes, you will have an HR department here. All right, and what else?
Sales and distribution.
Yes, sales department. Yes, this is sales and distribution.
Production department.
Correct. Production department. Yes, you can think about what are the departments. Finance department, very good. Finance department. So in a company, what are the departments that function in synchronized one function together? So you can think of what are the other department, like we have the procurement department, which is dealing with purchase. We have the shop floor. I'll put production here. We have the manufacturing shop floor, the factory. Shop floor or the factory. Or plant, you can call this plant also. In SAP, we can
Yes.
term this as plant. PORY, factory or plant. This is where the production takes place. The actual manufacturing process takes place. All right. So this production
Yes.
is the planning team, production planning. Okay. So we have something called inventory department where you stock all the products. Is there any other department that you can think of?
Material management.
I'm sorry.
Material management.
Can you just type? I couldn't hear it you properly.
Material management.
Material. Okay, materials management. All right, materials management will be a part of our inventory and production to
Production and planning. Yeah.
planning department.
Yes, yes.
So
And okay, plant maintenance that will be included in this.
yes. All right. So let us. We are to understand our ERP. Let us assume these are the departments that are there in the company, and we have a customer which is for Honda, maybe a construction company which is looking for some say construction. So this is one of the customers of say Honda, which is looking for 100 cars. Let us assume a scenario where a company, the client of the Honda company, is looking for 100 cars. So this has the company has placed an order with the sales and distribution department. So once
Yes.
the order is received, what do you think the sales and distribution department will do once they receive the order from the client, from the customer? So this is our customer, or you can call this customer as in account for accountants we call them as debtors. So we can call them customers or debtors. So suppose this company approaches and they give a quotation, they give a requisition of 100 cars, that we need 100 cars in say 10 days. So what the sales department will do is they will check with the inventory department and see if they already have the finished product. Now inventory will have three kinds of products. One is the finished, the semi-finished, which we call work in progress, or the raw material. So for sales, we don't care. Sales people don't care about these two products. They will only care about the finished product. So sales department will check with the inventory department to see what is the status of inventory of finished products. Or say inventory they get. So imagine if there was no ERP. Suppose sales and distribution team is running its own software, say Salesforce. Inventory is having its own ERP. Finance is say using Oracle Financials, and production planning is using some ERP software like JD Edwards or some other software. Even if the company is computerized and is using individual systems for their own department, still there is a time lag of because the system is different. The database for sales and distribution is different than the database for inventory. And similarly, if I will also talk to you about this business process, because you should understand the business process also, what goes on in a company, apart from the technology that is taking place, and why ERP is not only important tool for technology, but also it is very important for understanding the business process. So what happens is, if you have any questions, if you feel I'm very fast, or you can just stop me and tell me to be slow, or if you did not understand anything, please let me know, so that I we are all, or we are all on same page.
Okay.
Do you think I'm fast,
No, it's fine.
Hannah? Is it okay? No, fine. Okay. So please stop me in case, because I have this habit of rushing it. So if you feel that you did not understand anything, you can please ask me to stop and repeat the thing that I've said. All right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So fine. So now the sales department. So the point here is that there is a time lag between communication. So what they do is, normally they will run a reconciliation, because you have to, this inventory department is having its own different ERP, and sales is having its own different ERP. Now from the inventory, if they find out that only 50 cars are available, now they find out that 50 cars are available and they need to manufacture another 50 cars. Now what they will do is, they will contact the production planning team. So the production planning team will check for the work in progress and raw material stock. They will analyze this stock and see if the stock is sufficient to manufacture the remaining 50 cars. Right? There is a balance of 50 cars. So production planning team will check with the inventory for these two products, the work in progress and the raw material. And once they feel that they do not have sufficient raw material, they will ask, the production planning team will talk to the procurement team to contact the vendors. Now vendors are outside the system right now. We have different softwares for vendors also, which have now brought like SCM, and we won't discuss the customer relationship management and supplier relationship management. But right now, just understand that vendor procurement team will contact the vendor. A vendor can be, is also called supplier, and supplier is also called creditor. So we accountants will call them as creditors. The procurement in accounting is, the vendor is also called creditors or supplier. These are the terms that are used interchangeably. So procurement team will contact the vendor. So vendor will again supply the required raw materials and finished products to the procurement team, and then they will update the inventory. From the inventory, it will go to the shop floor for manufacturing. Now the role of finance comes in, because the vendor has to be paid. So the vendor will send the invoice, and the finance team will have to pay the vendors, because we have procured raw material from.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Just a small, little bit slow. I just want to check the flow after the procurement.
Okay. So you want to check the flow after?
Procurement. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So what happens here is, you understood, right? There is a balance of 50.
Right.
Okay.
50 cards.
50 cars.
Okay.
All right. So when you have a balance, the production planning team realize that there is a short of 50 cars. So they will have their own analysis done and see what are the raw materials required to manufacture this 50 cars. So they will have a list of vendors or suppliers whom they will contact, and they will procure the raw materials required for the 50 cars. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So once the raw materials are sent, they will also send their invoice, so that the finance team can make the payment to the vendors.
Okay.
So what they will do is, when the product is received, after some time you will get the invoice also. So the finance team will be updated if, by the procurement team, that we have received the invoice. The invoice goes to the finance team, and the finance team has to release the payment to the vendors. So, and then shop floor, even when once the shop floor, the 50 products are manufactured, they are sent to the inventory, and then from the inventory, the sales and distribution team will give these cars, the final products to the customers, and the customers will make the payment of those cars to the finance team.
Okay. Okay.
Any questions
Got
so
it.
far? Feel free.
What about the shop floor?
Yes, shop floor team, what they do is they will get these raw materials. See, some of the work in progress will be lying in the shop floor already. So it is like a line, pipeline. So we have lot of materials in the work in progress in the shop floor. So the additional raw materials will be, the procurement team will send the raw materials to the shop floor. The raw materials will go here. The finished product will be again sent to the inventory. So the 50 balance of 50 cars, the cars of, then the balance will be coming from the shop to the inventory, and now the inventory will show us 100 cars.
Okay.
So once we have this 100 cars, the sales and distribution can deliver these cars to our customer.
That's it. Yeah.
And what is the role of HR is, now there are people working in these different departments, so they have to be paid. Payroll has to be generated for them. In case some people are leaving, suppose there are 5 people leaving the company, so the HR has to find out resources from the market to get to find out the replacement for those 5 people. So this is the role of HR. So HR works with the finance team for generating the payroll, and also for recruitment and other process. HR is independently handling those processes separately. So this is just a gist of the whole process. The point was that, see, that these are the touch points. These are the integration of various modules. You see how these are integrated. Now what the problem is, if there are different databases for different departments, instead of one SAP, instead of one complete SAP for the whole company, if you have different ERP systems for different departments, then there is an integration issue. Then you will have to get an interface, software interface to for these to talk. So they will have a software interface, and then there will be reconciliation done, because this, the inventory data showing in sales and department will be different than the inventory showing in inventory database. So in order to avoid those issues, SAP is SAP is introduced. They will, the management will decide that better let us go for SAP even though it is expensive. So the management of Honda cars will decide, because of all these data issues, we are spending too much time in IT. There is an IT department also in company which will take care of networking issue, database issue of the company within Honda. So if the work of IT department, if there are 10 people in this IT department, so they have to be paid, right? Because they are taking care of whole maintenance and everything of the software within the company. So if we have one SAP, then you can have, instead of 10 people in IT, you can have say 3 people, because SAP is well integrated, the maintenance is not much, and there is no issue of communicating of one, because one common platform, the platform is called SAP NetWeaver. It is based on SAP NetWeaver platform. So the database is same for the whole organization. So on real time you will get information, real time information processing. So these are the advantages. When you have a real time information processing, the turnaround time is considerably reduced. So you will have real, so the procurement team will not take time to contact the vendors. Immediately they will know there is a shortfall, and the time around, and so the time is considerably reduced, and so is your cost. Though the initial investment is little high, suppose Honda car plans to implement SAP, suppose Honda decides to go for implementation of SAP, then Honda has to purchase license, SAP license, software license, and this is license, SAP license is given per user, and this is only the cost of software. And then there is a cost of implementation also. So implementation can either be done by SAP or implementation partners like Deloitte, Accenture, Capgemini. So the list goes on. There's a huge list of SAP implementing partners, but the software will be sold only by SAP. And this cost is different. The cost of software is different. This is decided per user, and cost of implementation is different, decided as per your company size and your organization structure and the company that you're contacting. So the fee for Accenture and Deloitte may not be the same. So, but the decision is based on your experience. So Honda will consider the experience of Deloitte if they see that Honda has worked in a similar, if Deloitte has worked in a similar implementation project before. Say if Deloitte has an experience of working with, say Fiat or Ford Motors. So Honda will consider that experience because they have already worked in a live implementation of Ford, which is in similar industry to Honda. So these are the considerations when they select one of the implementation partners. So I will ask if you have any questions in that we have covered so far.
Okay, SAP covers the security department as well.
Which department?
Hello.
Yes, tell me, Ismail, which department?
Yeah, I want to ask, SAP does cover the security department in the company as well?
Security department.
Yeah.
Uh, what security in the sense? So what do you mean by security department? The people who are
Like
at the gates.
yeah,
Okay.
inside and outside.
Yeah, so security department payroll has to be separated. What is the role of security? So security role will be people management, right? They are part of HR only. They are workforce. Security is kind of workforce. So from the security onwards, if the security is, so there can be two kinds of security. One, either they are on the payroll of Honda or the security can be outsourced from some other vendors. Do you agree with me?
Okay.
So if they are procuring, if the
Okay. Yeah.
security is from other vendors, then it will be similar. They will give the invoice for the security and the payment will be made. And if they are within the company, then HR will take care of the payroll of the security.
Okay.
It's a part of HR. All workforce, it's a part of workforce management actually.
And from a technical side, there's also a security, right? Basis in security.
Yes, yeah, that is different. That is security is kind of what are the levels of tolerance and stuff like that. So that the question is separate.
Okay. Means,
He's asking about the guard and security for the company.
Yeah, basically I'm working in a catering company and they have security for the flights to prepare the flights. So that's why I asked
No problem.
this.
Good question, actually. Yes. So it is a part of workforce. Any other question?
No, at the moment.
Do you think
Thank you.
you are getting whatever I'm saying, or am I fast or slow? You can just give me
Yeah.
feedback immediately.
No, your speed is good. Yeah, I understand.
All
Whole
right.
concept.
Okay. So now suppose now let us go for implementation. When we go for implementation, then there is a suppose there are various kinds of projects in SAP. What are the projects that you will see? One is live implementation. Second is support. Third is rollout. Fourth is say testing projects are also there. Testing. So these are majorly four kinds of projects that you can work. Suppose tomorrow after the training and after your concepts are clear and you clear interviews, you will be put in either one of those four projects. But the key is live implementation, because when you do live implementation, and that is the reason I do not know in UK, but in India what happens is they, if you want to get a job in either of these roles, they look for a person with at least one or two complete life cycle experience. That means end to end implementation. Live implementation is end-to-end implementation. Now, why they require end-to-end implementation is because when you do an end-to-end implementation, you do the implementation from the scratch, from the beginning. So when you do this implementation, you will have actually seen all the scenarios in a company. So when you have seen all the scenarios in a company, then all these three things is not tough for you because you have worked on all the different modules. You have seen the live implementation process from beginning to the end. But it is live implementation projects are not much. There are very few projects which have live implementation projects you will get, and that too it lasts for maximum say 6 to 8 months. A bigger project like Walmart or say Tesco, if such projects you get, then it will be like say 8 to 9 months, 1 year also. But normally manufacturing companies will have live implementation from maximum 4 to 6 months they take to complete one live implementation. So you have any question? What is live implementation? Because this is very important.
Hey,
No.
All right. So support project. So what happens is I will discuss this live implementation and then I will get to support rollout. And what happens in live implementation is there is a methodology. So in live implementation, I'm telling that we have to do implementation from the scratch. Yeah, I can. All right. So when we do live implementation, we have something called ASAP methodology. ASAP is nothing but there is a SAP has defined a way of doing a live project that is called ASAP methodology, accelerated SAP methodology. So this is a best practice. What we call is the best practice. This is the industry's best practice. This is the methodology that you have to follow if you want to do a live implementation. So what are the steps in live methodology? First one is project preparation. Second is uh, blueprinting. Second is blueprint. Third is realization. Fourth is testing. And fifth is go live. And sixth is support. So you will give go live and training. Your training will be part of this go live and training. And sixth is support. Now support is an ongoing. So let us talk about ASAP methodology. This means that now the company Honda has decided that it has to go for SAP implementation and it has given. So let us assume that it has purchased the software from SAP and our live from SAP it has purchased the software and the implementation partner is Deloitte. Okay, so now during this project preparation phase, so there will be say now the Honda has decided to go for this whole implementation. Say Honda says initially I want SAP to be implemented in sales, inventory, finance, production, and procurement. So Honda says I want these 5 departments to be running on SAP. So that is the project that Deloitte has got. So once Deloitte receives the project from Honda that they want to implement the project, so and these are the departments, so they will have team members. So during this phase, what you do is you will form team. So project team. So project team will be formed. The team will consist of members of both Honda uh, and Deloitte. So when you form the team, and what the team will do is they will go to the client side. That is for Deloitte, the client will be Honda. So they will go to the client side. They will talk to the key users. So they will talk to the users and see what is the current existing business process. So there is an as is document. We call this as is. So we do an as is documentation. We document the current company as it is, the current process and everything. What is the process they follow? What are the who are the customers, vendors? What is their existing trial balance? What are the vendor master, customer master? Everything is taken from them. All the details of the company is captured in this page. So once you know this is your current organization structure of the company, then you go to the second stage, which is blueprinting. So blueprinting is nothing but to be document. Now what is to be is, now that you have seen this is the current structure, you want to see how the document, how the structure will look like in SAP. So we will map this current business into SAP, and how in SAP this can be done. So you have to do a blueprint that this is the company and these are the different departments, and what this is the plants, these are the different plants. Say maybe they have 5 plants, so these are the plants that are there. This is the GL account. Everything is documented in blueprinting phase.
Blueprint.
So once this documentation is signed off by the client, if the client agrees, yes, this is how I want the system to look like. Once the client signs off the blueprint document, then you go to the realization phase. And this is where our training will come. I will be training you only on realization phase. From this, you will understand the blueprint and project preparation. And the other part, this is the toughest part. This is where you have to go into the software, and whatever is there in the blueprint, you have to actually do it in the software. And this is where your training will help, because in the training I will tell you how to do things in SAP. Because I may tell you that the vendor is giving you an invoice, so that will be written in blueprint, but how am I going to do that in SAP? That will be taught in realization phase. Okay, this is how invoice from the vendor is captured in the system. So this is the realization phase. After realization phase, we have testing phase. So testing, how testing is done is, realization is done in, say, development server. So realization is done in, say, first you do your configuration in development server, and then you move you move all the settings that you have done in development to testing server. Call it unit testing. So you move all from development, you move to testing, and once if there are any bugs that need to be fixed, so once everything is fixed and the people are happy with the process, whatever you have done in development, then it is moved to production. And production is where the live environment, production is where the live system takes place. So before implementing, before you putting the SAP software live, you have to first develop it, test it, and once testing is done, then you move the whole thing to the production, which we do it through transport. We will see that in SAP later on. In the software, we can see how this is done in transport. We have some, every time you do something, it is saved in a transport request, and then transport requests are moved, and then finally it is moved to production. And this is done in the testing phase. So testing, in the testing phase, we are done.
Prachana.
Yes, tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Could you explain what is development, what is production, what will be happening in production?
Yes, okay. So in development, what happens is, before that you understood everything. Is it fine with it?
Yeah.
Well, you understood. Before that, you have any questions?
No, no, I understand everything. Yeah.
All right. So what happens in development is, when the blueprinting is done. So after the blueprinting is done, in the realization phase, you first in development you will have some clients. So in one client, so there are some clients. I will show you in the software. There are clients, because if I tell you client, then you won't understand. So see, this is IDs is your education server, and ECC6 is your version and enhancement pack 6. This is the version that I will be working on. You see this 800, this is the client. So like that, this 800 clients, you will have some clients here for development, say 300. In this I will do the development, and what development actually happens is all the whatever configuration SAP, so like these configurations will be done. So in the blueprint, after looking at the blueprint, I will define the company, I will define company code, business area. So these are the steps that I will do. So once I complete this, then on the development, I will move it to the testing for people to test whether in here they will have user end. So in testing, what happens is, so in SAP, this page is end users. People will, all who are end users, they will use this, they will have access to this screen, but they will not have access to SPRO. This is where the consultants will have access to SPRO IMG. This is where we as consultants will go and have to do the configuration here. So once your configuration is done and the transports are moved to the unit testing, say sandbox, we call this sandbox. So in sandbox testing, what happens is all the transports that are moved, they will test from this end. They will not go to the configuration. They will not test the configuration. They will, as the end user, they will test and see if whatever the business process what we have captured in blueprinting is working correctly or not. If they are not working, then they will be again sent back to the development for us to work on this again till it is finalized. Till the testing team is happy with our development, that there is nothing to be fixed anymore. Once it is finalized, then from development it will move to the production. Say they are using 100. This is the client for production they are using. So they will move everything from development to production server, and they will, and there will be one day. Say suppose they will have one day of, say Saturday night, we will fix a time that Saturday Sunday we will have to move everything from development to production, so that from Monday onwards they can go live. So from say Monday onwards they will start working in SAP. So all their existing data would have moved to production. Any questions on this so far?
No.
Or do you?
I mean to say, yeah, Prashana.
Yes, tell me.
So what actually I am aware of all this development quality in production. The thing that they will understand in depth means what will the actual production is a business system. If it will stop and what will happen, where exactly who's working on production. Okay.
Yes.
So what a function. So that's a question. Means all the individual worker. Means
Yes.
what is exactly the business point of productions? I was asking. And what we are doing in development, we are just means designing the program, which is the functionality, which
Yes.
is working in the legacy system, into known as SAP.
Yes.
And the same legacy system, same functionality, which will be we will develop a program in development system, and that will be a means testing on quality system. That will be unit testing.
Yes.
And okay, and thereafter after confirmation from development testing side, it will be transferred to production system.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So production, what is the production system? That you can just explain to them in the business point of view.
Okay.
Okay, what exactly we are, yeah.
Yeah. So let me explain you what is this production system. So once all this testing is done and we are fine with the system and it is moved to production, what happens is currently they are not in SAP. So currently SD is having SD module. So sales and distribution is running Salesforce. Say example I'm giving. Okay, and materials people are using some other JD Edwards. Say example. So these are the systems. So they will have their own data, right? So now say this is in April. So from May 1st, I will tell them that you can start work. You can ignore these two and you can start using SAP. This production is SAP. So from April end, they will be using this. From May onwards, they can start using SAP. So all the data that are legacy, this is called legacy system. This is called legacy system, and they will move all the data from legacy, both master data and transaction data, everything will be moved from, they will be backing up this data will be backed up and will be moved to production system, so that from Monday morning onwards, say Salesforce team can start working on the SD module of SAP, and the materials management people will be working in MM module of SAP instead of working in their legacy system. You understood, Ismail? Any question in this?
Yes, I understand.
All right. Anna, any question, or did you understand? Yeah, ask me, Anna. Okay. All right. No question. Okay. So I'm fine. All right, Hannah. Okay. So now go live is, this is the part that I've explained. Go live from so they will go live, and once in the live environment, if the end users are facing any issues, they can raise tickets, and there will be a support team which will take care of any issues post live. So that is post support, post implementation support. Now this is not a project, this is post implementation support. This is done for say 2 or 3 months after going live. But after that, say suppose this support project is an ongoing project. Now after the implementation has been done, say after 1 year, again they face some issues. So like that, if the support is an ongoing project, so every time you work, or some or the other issues may come up. Suppose they have added a new location, so if you want to add a new location, if they have additional customers, again there are some errors which come up while adding customer master data, or any issues that come up while working. Suppose the checks are not printing correctly, or they want a report. Suppose they come up that bank has changed their requirements, that their bank reconciliation statement report should look like this. So any changes that they want to do will be a part of support. Do you understand what this support is?
Yes.
Okay. Now what is the rollout project is? Rollout is nothing but it is an extension of implementation. Suppose after 2 years, this Honda car says that we have additional plant, or we have purchased one more company code, so we have added one more company. So if there is an extension to the existing implementation, that kind of project is called rollout. And testing is a very technical. This has nothing to do with our testing. This testing is, suppose from enhancement pack 5, SAP has come up with a new enhancement pack. That testing is done by the technical team. So if the testing of the software, if some enhancements are coming up or some features are added by SAP, then there is a separate team which handles testing of the software. Basically for FICO, you will be only concerned with these three. You will not be worrying about SAP testing. You will have to look for projects. Most of the projects you will get will be in SAP support only. That is where the market is, because people have invested in SAP, but support is an ongoing thing. It will never end. As long as people are using SAP, there will be support.
Okay.
So any questions so far? Yeah, what is rollout? So rollout is an extension of implementation project. Say I have implemented SAP in this Honda City, and with the plant, they have there were 2 plants. So there were 2 plants in this. So I have implemented the SAP, and suddenly now after 2 years, they have come up with another plant, new plant, or it is under construction and it is completed now. New plant is complete, so we have a new plant, or this Honda City has opened another company. So and they want to integrate that company with this existing company. So if the company is, suppose there is a new company Honda, if there is Honda car in UK and there is a Honda car in US, if that is what the setup is, now you have to understand the organization structure also. Within, if Honda UK also, you can have various company codes. If I say this is Honda UK, maybe in Honda Leeds, maybe one company code, and Honda say Southampton, maybe one company code. So if they have another new location, so if they have a new location, so if they want to add that location to the existing SAP, that kind of projects are called rollout projects.
Okay, then the SAP have to make another separate account, or they will immerse the same
What will happen is, you using your existing system, you will there is a separate project for new plant. So for new plant, what they will do is they will have to add to the existing thing. So if a new plant is, or suppose they are using classical GL and they want to go for new GL, even that can be a rollout project, because something that they are changing to the existing project, existing implementation. It's just nothing but an extension to implementation. Rollouts are nothing but extension to existing implementation project. You are extending a plant, you are extending the software enhancements, or you are basically the rollout projects are for extension of plants or company code, like that. I hope you understood it, or do you want me to explain in a different way?
No, it's fine. I understand.
All right. No, and for finance and controlling, this is the module that we will be learning. So FI is used for generating reports for
Financial accounting,
legal financial accounting. FI is financial accounting and CO is
controlling,
controlling. FI is used for external reporting. FI is used for external reporting and CO is used for internal reporting. Very, very important difference. External reporting means you have to present your reports like balance sheet and profit and loss to your auditors, to your shareholders, to the company board,
profit and loss,
registrars,
yeah.
right? So you have to file income tax. So for external reporting, for legal reasons, this is for legal reasons. So you have to adhere to that country specific legal requirement. You have to follow the laws. But for internal reporting, you are doing reporting for internal purpose. So here it is for or the company's internal use. So they can do it the way they want. It is not legally bound that they have to do it in certain way. It depends on the requirements. Basically, CO module is dealing with the costs and revenues. You want to improve, you want to reduce cost, and you want to enhance your revenues, increase your revenues. So that is why we use this CO module to identify wherever the costs are and see if the cost can be reduced or revenues can be increased. So this is the very, very high level definition of FI and CO. We will get to it once we start working on in details, when we start working on it. Any questions so far?
No,
All right. And R3 is nothing but you will the software. It is a R3 is like application. In SAP we have three. We call SAP R3s. We have application layer, uh, presentation layer, which is on top, and database layer. This is how the SAP system is built. The structure before that it was R2, only like three servers. It is in three servers, three-tier architecture. We call it three-tier architecture. Database layer. Just to know, even if you don't understand this, it is fine. Just for your information, what does R3 mean is it is a three-tier architecture, which is presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Database layer is suppose Oracle. Oracle is the database that they use. Oracle or Windows server. So Windows Server is one more database. So that database we can use. Our application layer is SAP NetWeaver that I spoke about, the application that talks with the database. And presentation layer is nothing but the screen that you see. This is the presentation layer, the GUI, the graphical user interface level. It is a good to know thing. Even if you don't understand, that's fine. You will never use this. And I spoke about ASAP also. Is there anything that you want me to cover in today's session? Or if you have not
No.
understood anything or anything you want me to talk about, just feel free to tell me and we can discuss it.
Okay, it's fine.
All right. So do you think we can wrap up today's session then?
Yes.
Hello, yeah, Prasanna.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Zaid here.
Yeah,
So we can just show them the what are the topics which we are going to cover.
yeah.
Uh,
So these
they
are
can
the,
understand.
do you have the course contents with you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, if you can just go through them, like these are the topics. It's very, very exhaustive. I think this is the best syllabus according to me because everything is mentioned. If you were to go through everything, I'm sure that there is nothing missed out in SAP Financials. Both FI and CO is covered exhaustively in this. Okay, Zahir,
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
It's too much useful for a finance FICO consultant. And
okay,
after completion of this course, you can easily become a junior consultant.
yeah.
We can easily get the job. Okay, because this is a syllabus, the actual syllabus, which is useful in the company.
Okay, these contents you're talking about when this course was issued on Osborne Training Center,
Zahir,
and
Yeah,
this content was
I'm sorry to interrupt, Zahir. Hannah has lost us. Hannah is not able to hear us now, and Hannah does
you
not have the course content also.
okay? So we can share with them, no problem. But why it's not able to hear?
Now Hannah can hear. Can you hear, Hannah? Can you acknowledge? Hannah, can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Cool. So you don't
okay.
Hello.
have
I
the,
want to ask a question.
okay. Hannah,
Hello.
after the session, I will ask Zahir to forward you this course content. Zahir, can you please forward the course content to Hannah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. I will share with him. Okay.
Okay. Can you forward this to me as well because I have the different contents.
Yeah, sure, sure. I can.
Thank you.
Hello, Ismail.
Yes.
Yeah, you are you asking something that?
Yes, Hannah, don't worry. You will get it. I've told Zahir to email you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can share with you. Okay, no problem.
Sorry. I'm asking you to send me these contents as well because I have the different contents which was shown from the Osborne Training Center.
No, no, this is the which I will share with you, and there is a complete content that the Prasanna will going to teach you, and
Okay.
okay, and that which I'm talking that this is completely useful for industry purpose and the companies. Okay, once you complete this course, I think you don't need any more thing. Okay, if you do the practice and learn, so I think you can easily get the jobs. Okay, because this is a real time scenario and it's the real time syllabus. Okay, which is mostly useful in companies.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
yeah,
These contents which you're showing now, introduction to
yeah,
sequence, these
yeah, yeah.
contents
Sure.
are including in our course, or you talking about the just
No, this content,
training?
this content which is showing here, okay, the contents.
Yeah.
So according to the contents, the personnel is going to be teach you, right?
Okay.
So if you find out the entire means India and anywhere, you can't get this kind of the contents. Okay, this are rarely because this is a very long and measured contents. If you okay, so each and everything is means included in this content.
Okay. Can you forward me to on email,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, I am sending to both of them.
Okay,
Right
thank
away.
you. Thank you.
So, do you have any questions, any things you can ask to Prasanna?
Zahir,
Yes, yes.
Hannah is asking when will Hannah get access to a server?
Yeah, once it will, once after the completion of the introduction part, okay, what is ERP and all these things, so you'll get the access after 2 3 days. After 2 days, okay,
Yeah, in
3
2 to
days
3
you'll
days
get.
you'll get access. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, means the introduction part that will explain that I think it's already completed. Okay,
Yeah.
so once you will start the means actual configuration of all the things
Yeah, we will
within
start with
two.
organization structure.
Yeah.
Directly, I will start with enterprise structure. I think these are theoretical concepts which I will cover while doing enterprise structure.
Okay, okay, okay. So, okay, okay. No problem. I think that Prasanna,
Yes.
there's the introduction to FICO, what is FO, SCO, submodule name.
Okay.
So
Okay.
from this side, you
Okay. So
right?
from next class onwards, I think we have covered this. From tomorrow's class, what I will do is I will start with the introduction. We will talk about this session whole. Again, here we have to. I will talk about these things. From here onwards, enterprise structure onwards, we will actually do hands-on in SAP.
Okay. So I think that concept, okay, concept that you will okay, change that and all these things. So actual configuration that will start from
Actual
define
configuration will
company.
start from here,
Yeah,
enterprise structure.
yeah, define company and interface. Correct.
Define company.
Okay, I will not able to attend the class tomorrow.
Okay.
What shall I do?
No, no. Actually, what we have, we can, you can coordinate with Zahir, and you can tell me. Zahir will let me know as to when the next session will be, and accordingly we can have the session.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
probably on Tuesday.
yeah. Ismail and Abu Hana. So after confirmation from Oxcom that I will inform you by mail the next
Okay,
class, and then
okay,
next the timing will be the same thing. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So, Prasanna,
Yeah.
I was asking that we have to complete this complete course that will be in the 6 weeks. Okay.
Okay.
And so it will be cover actual 60 to 70 hours.
Okay.
Okay. So that I have planned that uh, from Monday to Friday that will take 2 hours
Okay.
training,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
on Saturday that we can take a 3 hours training because it's a long content and we have to finish it within the timeline, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then yeah, so means this both guys will get sufficient time to do the practice and okay.
Okay.
Okay, today next class gonna be start 6 o'clock within 10 minutes, I think. Can I attend the next class?
Yeah, the next class that will be, I will inform by mail you. Okay. So next
Okay.
class that will be the same time. Okay. And tomorrow. So do you have that you will be available for tomorrow, right?
No, I'm not available. Normally on Tuesday, class timing on Tuesday.
Only at Tuesday.